everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Frato's Culinary Kitchen, and I Love Fries. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. And Jay, it's people can probably tell by looking in my background, if you're watching on YouTube, which you should.
Yes.
That it is the morning, and it is another toasty morning here. So I got a little bit of the pink glow going on from getting out of the shower not too long ago, and from the fact that it's warm in here, but I'm trying to not completely open the window. So inevitably when the train goes by, it doesn't feel like it's coming through everybody's speakers.
Yeah. Well, we're getting, that's the problem with living in a condo where you're not truly in control of the heat.
Yeah.
Or it's like somebody's like on, off. That's every apartment I lived in before I moved into a house.
Yep.
It's brutal. It's really tough to deal with that because you're at the mercy of somebody else's decision making, which is usually financially motivated and nothing else.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Make sure you're following us on all of our social medias at I'm Fat Pod. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. If you want to watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Got lots of followers on there. We publish new episodes every Tuesday. Little bit of a programming note. I'm going out of town next week actually, for Hope's grandmother's 100th birthday. We're going to Florida for that, so there'll be no podcast next week.
What a jerk.
I know, I'm sorry. And then the following week, the podcast will come out that Monday afternoon because I get back late Sunday night. Rick and I will hook up when Rick gets home from work on Monday, and we'll make a podcast, so you'll have a new one. So apologies for that, but we're just trying to finagle when we'd have time to do it, and I just figured I'm not going to have time to do this on the trip. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. So sorry for that, but in the meantime, go back and binge some past episodes and get ready for March Fatness because it is fast approaching.
Yeah, which is like, we're also like, oh crap, it's fast approaching.
You know what's not fast approaching?
Our prep.
The plan.
Yeah, we kind of got to get on that.
Yeah, March snuck up on us a little. Well, Rick and I are both in new jobs, so it's like, oh yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about everything that's happened just in the time since I've taken over on the show, and I'm like, oh, there's all the Blackhawks stuff, and the Bears fired and hired GM and coach, and an MLB lockout, and the Bulls don't suck. Other than that, though.
Most importantly for you, the last part.
Yeah, exactly.
Suck.
That part's great.
I think we're also at the part, and we were talking about this a little bit before the show, where we've reached a part of winter where everyone's just like, I'm done. I'm just done being cold. I'm done with gray. I'm done with I have very little motivation to do anything. Yep. And I was very pleased when I left work on Thursday. Was that the snow day? Thursday morning?
Yeah.
That apparently everyone on my block had the same idea. They were like, it's 2 inches of snow. I'm not going to get up and shovel this. And I was like, great. As soon as I looked down the block, I'm like, anyone good. I'm leaving. I'm not worried about it, And then just came home and did like a half-assed path. Like, My favorite part of winter, by the way, is impaling myself on my shovel every time I hit a bump in the sidewalk.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God, it is the worst.
Every time.
I also have one of those metal, I don't even know what it is. It's got to be something sewage related. It's like circular, probably about the size of a donut with a big bolt in the middle, and it's in the middle of my driveway. Mm-hmm. So usually with the cracks, I can sort of like pace out where they're going to be. This thing is just randomly.
You just got to work around that.
Yeah. I just put a spike in my belly every time I shovel.
That's why we're fat, though.
Yeah.
So there's an extra layer of protection.
Good padding. We are also, though, more likely to have our hearts explode when we shovel. So,
yeah, I mean,
it's a give and take.
It's a trade-off.
Right.
I mean, it's really, if you just listen to, commercials for any medication at this point, it's like it'll cure 2 things and cause 4. So, whatever.
Do not take if you're allergic to this specific medication.
Yeah.
Well, how the hell would I know until I take it?
Yes.
That's my favorite. May cause diarrhea, nausea, or death. But you won't be itchy, so that's good.
Right. Nothing worse than like going in the afterlife a little itchy.
Yeah,
because I assume that just transfers over.
Yeah,
so
that would be annoying. Yeah, I think when you go to hell, we inevitably go to hell.
Oh,
all
100%.
the things that annoy us most will be, they'll be present for us.
Yeah. I mean, we watch The Good Place, so we know what that's about.
Yes, you should watch The Good Place too if you haven't, people.
Yes, it really is fantastic.
And get to episode
we're
5.
only how many years late?
Yeah, I know. I think that's how a lot of people consume TV now, though.
Oh, 100%.
It's
I still haven't watched so many good shows,
right,
that I'm sure are fantastic, and I just have either zero desire or zero time, because it's like NBA All-Star break hit. So, I was went for the shiny object. What's new? Okay, Tinder Swindler and Love Is Blind.
Your shows.
Watched them both. Yes.
So let me ask you
because I'm
this.
a basic bitch.
What aside from live sports, is there a TV show you watch live? Like, do you say it's 7:30 and I have to be in front of the TV for this?
No, I'm also like basically not. Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah.
I just watch things whenever it comes to mind.
The only thing remotely close to that is Saturday Night Live if we're home and if we don't want to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing. Everything else we watch, we binge it or we watch it on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. So the only reason I'm paying for Xfinity is because I need live sports.
Yes.
And that's what's
keeping
me.
Internet.
Well, yeah, the internet's really good. I will admit that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been. Go ahead.
No, I was. I didn't think we were necessarily going down this path to start, but here we are.
Yeah, things happen. Detours occur. I have not had a super wild food week, but there's a couple things I tried.
Okay.
That I will tell you about. Last week we talked about the Blazing Buffalo Ranch Doritos, which I have not been able to find since, of course. Mm-hmm. This week I tried the Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch.
Okay.
They were really good, but to me, the ranchy part did not come through enough. And you and I
Flamin', not enough ranch?
Yeah, we're not. Well, it wasn't even that hot, really, because I was just like shoveling in my face these Doritos.
Checks out.
And I wasn't. Usually when I have Flamin' Hot, like Cheetos or some of the other things, you got to kind of pace it, right? Mm-hmm. So these never got incredibly hot like most Flamin' Hot does. And I'm also wondering if, as Flamin' Hot has picked up in popularity,
have they had to scale it back?
I think they might have.
Yeah.
I think they might have, because more people are trying it and they want it to be more accessible. Because when Flamin' Hot first came out, it was like, oh my God, this is pain.
Yeah.
This is really, really hot. But I like that, so it's fine. But I think they've toned it down recently.
I don't eat enough Flamin' Hot stuff to have a good bar for it.
Yeah.
But it makes all the sense in the world, because one thing that I'm going to mention a little bit later, it kind of fits that, where okay, well, this is going to be for everybody in theory. So the theory of what the term is probably a little more extreme in people's minds than the actuality of this version of it.
True. That's true.
So yeah, I assume everything, if there's ever basically anything it's this type of brand or whatever, or this thing that people think of, it's going to be not the 100% version of that.
That's true. And I think it's probably better, because I feel like I'm more willing to eat them now, more regularly. Back when it was just the original Flamin' Hot stuff, it was a now and again thing.
Yeah.
But now this can become my go-to, and Hope told me that Jersey Mike's has Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch on the rack.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's an option for you.
Get that with your original 13 on white, and by you, I mean me.
Yeah. I forget what my number is. I just get the basic club. Turkey, ham, bacon, cheese.
I get their signature Italian sub.
Yeah,
that's the old 13. You get that on, or the I think they have a parm bread now.
Yes, the rosemary parm.
Yes, the rosemary parm. Get
Very
that
good.
on the rosemary parm, and then get your seasonings and stuff on there, and you are golden.
Have you had their cheesesteaks?
Yes.
They're good.
Yes, they are.
The cheese has a sweetness to it, which I was not totally expecting the first time.
Yeah,
But
it's
maybe
I've been
not
having
sweet, but maybe tangy is a better word for it than sweet. Like tart?
actually, yeah, maybe tangy. Yeah, tangy makes sense actually. But yeah, it's a little not what you expect, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And like I've been going there for years because when I was working at the Illinois Media School a lot, that was one of our we had a lunchtime lotto because we were all so bad at making decisions. I forget if it was my buddy Curtis that came up with it or if it was our friend Damien who took all the places that we normally would go for lunch or at least like consider, toss them into a tin, shake them up, and someone would pull one out when we all couldn't decide or didn't have a taste for anything in particular that day, and pull the name out, and we're like, okay, we're going there.
That's a great idea. I need to do that for here because
Yeah.
no one makes a decision except me. I don't care. And then I rattle off things and they're like, no. I'm like, have a thought.
Right. And we've had to yell that before.
I sound like Rick yelling at Dan Bernstein.
You said that, not me.
Yes, I did.
Also, what Jay used to say to Dan Bernstein. But yes. So this is like with that type of stuff, it's like what everybody deals with where it's like, okay, I want to have lunch in 45 minutes. Let's start talking about what we want to do now.
Yeah.
Just to get through that part of it. Because like, I know we would like when we were all working together, that was what would end up happening is it's start the conversation. Then, like a student would need help. So you go do that. You come back. Okay. Do we have a decision yet? No. Okay. Well, now this person's helping somebody else out. And yeah. So at a certain point we were just like, screw it. Lunchtime lotto, let Jesus take the wheel and find out where we're going to go for lunch.
Fat Jesus take the wheel. Yes, I love that. That's a great idea. Speaking of work, by the way,
Yeah.
I am really in a rut with the food choices around the office.
Yeah.
I'm just like, every
not a
day.
ton.
I just got to go back to Bockwinkel's and buy a loaf of bread and some meat and cheese and just call it a day because
Yeah.
every day I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'll get Jimmy John's. I guess I'll get. I went again to McDonald's last week and it was smoky again. So I don't know.
Have you gone to Nando's? Nando's is right down the street.
I love Nando's,
Yeah.
but I don't know why I don't think of it as a lunch thing. I guess I could order ahead and just grab it.
Sure.
Or I can get, I don't know why I'm weird. I do have like an allotted hour lunch. I never take it. I just go get lunch and come back to my desk and eat and keep working.
Yeah.
But I could just go to Nando's and grab a seat and eat, but then I got a tip and then it becomes more expensive.
True. Is Nando's more? I've still never been. Is Nando's more sit down or is it like fast casual?
No, it's more. I would say it's more sit down. Well, yeah, it is more sit down because it's the only way I've ever had it.
Oh, okay.
But it would certainly work in another way. It's not. There's nothing about it that's like, oh, this would. It's grilled chicken.
Yeah. Okay.
Nando's is great.
Yeah.
You would love Nando's.
Yeah. I haven't like actively avoided it. It's just like one of those out of sight, out of mind things for me.
Yeah, you should. Well, maybe you and I. Maybe we'll go this week. We'll have a lunch date.
Cool.
And Addie will kill me because it is Addie's favorite place in the world.
Oh, is it because of Dole Whip?
No, she's never had Dole Whip because she's only been there during the pandemic and they have the Dole Whip machine shut down. Okay. So she just loves it. She loves chicken on the bone. She is all over it. Nando's is her absolute favorite. Anytime we go to the city, can we go to Hyde Park and go to Nando's, or can we go to your work and go to Nando's? Like, can we try something else? Like, I love it. Nando's is awesome.
Yeah.
And every time I have it, I'm like, we should have this more often. Every time I have it.
Yeah.
But it is her absolute favorite.
And then like even you mentioned box, just like their like the big box Italian sandwich.
Yeah.
That's
good.
That's good eating. Like just the stuff that Bockwinkel's is great.
Yeah.
A little pricey, but it is fantastic. For those that aren't ever like in our area of the loop, just like literally a corner, like deli,
Lake
grocery
and Stetson.
store. Yep. Yeah. Lake and Stetson. So it's just really solid to be able to have right down the street. You could either be Icky Woods and go get your cold cuts, like do that, or just get like a pre-made sandwich that they have. They've got the rotisserie chickens on the side. It's like you turn the corner from the deli and it's like, oh, rotisserie chickens.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Then there's like all the candy area on the one side, and then you have like your basics that you need and your booze on the right.
It's a great, if you live downtown, it's a great little place to have. But they did trick me because they price their meat by the half pound. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good price. And I'm like, give me a pound of turkey, right? That's $12.99. I'm like, what? I don't live downtown. I can't afford that.
Right.
Give me the suburban guy price. And they're like, no, this is it.
Yeah.
Although, I wonder if they would have
turkey though.
I get the I don't remember what I got actually,
like
but they
spicy turkey.
They have
something.
like the Cajun or the buffalo turkey. I forget exactly what it was that I got that particular time, but it's that boar's head.
Yeah,
man,
it's good stuff.
Trying to get them to advertise still, but responding because they don't need our help because they're already awesome.
Yeah, there's that.
Speaking of awesome, let me tell you about Mazda of Orland Park.
There we go.
Hope's going this week. I got to email Eric to accost her and make her buy a car. We'll see how that goes. But you should go visit them too. 708-444-3200, 8910 West 159th Street, right by the Dunkin' Donuts there. If you're headed west and you pass the Dunkin', you went too far. It's right there next to the Dunkin'. Go say hi to Eric Vates and all of our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. I bought my CX-5 in 2015 as just a regular customer. I didn't have any connection to the place. Just like, hey, I need a car. I'm shopping around. Liked the Mazda at the auto show, and then, hey, became a customer, and I will be for life because of their service. I haven't even looked at another car because I know my next car is going to be a Mazda because the one I drive now is fantastic. The service for Mazda at Orland Park is out of this world. So why would I change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say. So go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com, 708-444-3200, and ask for Eric Vates with a V, not with a B. Vates, Eric Vates. Big fan of the podcast. Could be on the show.
Okay. Is that a compliment?
Yep.
I mean, to us it is for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so something that I saw that I did not know was a thing that got posted on the van page. That is out. Did you know Wendy's has a hot honey chicken sandwich?
All right, I'll stay. I was going to leave and go to Wendy's, but I'll stay.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
So this is a thing that I did not know was happening. So apparently,
now from my leaving the show stunt, my headphones are all tangled up.
That's great.
All right, that was good. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why you watch on YouTube,
Right.
Not for the stunt of Jay trying to walk away. The Jay coming back and be like, "Oh crap, I gotta untangle my head."
See my head under my microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want said hot honey chicken sandwich, you can get it in whatever variety of chicken you want. You can get it on the spicy chicken, the classic chicken, or grilled chicken, which, all right, fine, whatever.
No.
But
We won't be doing that.
no. So whichever variety of chicken you get this on, it comes with melted pepper jack. Good.
Yes. Check.
Applewood smoked bacon.
Check.
Hot honey sauce.
Yes.
And this is where you're out, Jay. Crunchy dill chips.
Like like fried pickles?
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. I would order it as it comes, and then if I don't like it, I would take it off. But I would give it a chance. Because that's going for the Chick-fil-A, like the pickle brine flavor. I see what they're trying to do with that. And I don't necessarily hate that.
Okay.
So I would give it a try with that on there, and if I don't like it, I'll take it off. But when did that start?
Like I think last week.
Oh wow, that's great. Because I had a Wendy's thing too. Last Sunday I went to.
and what? Sorry, one last thing.
Oh, you're good.
This is not a limited time thing.
Oh, nice.
This is a permanent menu item.
Excellent. That's awesome news. And
Yes.
so I was out and about doing some errands. Oh, it was Monday, the off day, and
For you.
for me. And you could have taken it.
Oh, no! Nobody told us it was President's Day and we could have taken it.
Nice.
So literally everybody came to work and we were like, "What the hell?"
I'll send you I have it on my desk. I have the 2021 holiday calendar
Okay.
on my desk. So I was there for breakfast, and they happened to be open.
Wow.
What are the odds, right?
Yeah.
We had breakfast, but we're never open for it. I got the honey butter chicken biscuit.
Ooh, how was that?
That was real good. I mean, it is just a big-ass biscuit,
Yeah.
fried chicken,
Yes.
and a hefty fried chicken piece,
Yeah.
just slathered in honey butter.
I'm in.
Yes, it was fan. And so I'm wondering if it's the same thing. But no, because you said hot honey sauce.
Hot honey sauce, yeah.
So this is definitely like a buttery, I would almost say it's like a glaze. Mm-hmm. But I think that just might be
Probably.
how it looks as the sandwich is hot and the butter's applied and then the sandwich cools a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was terrific. And now I want to try all of Wendy's breakfast stuff, but it's so difficult to find them. It's the same thing with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like our Taco Bell has breakfast, but they're never open for breakfast.
Yep.
So hopefully now with like pandemic restrictions lifting and things becoming a little more normal, air quotes,
Yeah.
that now we'll start to see these places get back to their standard hours. But I don't know. It's been so hard to find breakfast at these places, so I just lucked out. I was near a different Wendy's,
Yeah.
and they happened to be open. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. And it was super worth it. It was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, so this was the thing where with the hot honey in the article that I read off of Thrillist that it's not super super hot. Like it's toned down a bit to be for the masses.
I wonder if you could do a spicy chicken patty on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's you could do the spicy chicken, the classic chicken, or the
Okay, I think
or
I
the
was,
grilled.
When you probably said that already, but I was
The headphones.
or I was blacking out from just the realization that this is a thing on their menu. So,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I will do. I'm gonna try it today. F it,
Yeah.
I'm trying that. That sounds really really good. So I'll have a review in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll have to find some Wendy's on the way down to Florida. We got to do a Waffle House stop though.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's a given.
Yes.
That has to happen. It's gonna be interesting to be in the South.
Period.
Yes, accurate. But like, are we going to go in with our? Because we'll still go in places and have our masks on. We'll dine
Sure.
in, but are we going to get like looks? We're going to hear like the
Probably.
the sound effect of the shotgun cocking because we have our masks on. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay, we're just being careful.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. So last night, for my birthday present, Hope got me tickets to see Lily Hyatt at Schubas. Which I did last night, which was great, and I'll get to that in a second. But before that, we went to our favorite Thai place, Cozy on Sheffield, right by Wrigley there. And if you ever walk down Sheffield south of Wrigley, you've seen this. It's a tiny little place. The windows are filled with like toys, and the walls are covered in like robots and bobbleheads and stuff. It's a little tiny, tiny place. Some of the best Thai food in the world. The chef's name is Chef T, and they just do a terrific job. Every time I go there, I get the pad Thai because it's my favorite. And I like other Thai stuff, but there's something about Cozy's pad Thai that to me is perfect. So I always taste other people's stuff, and I'm like, I'm glad I got this because it's my favorite. But as an appetizer, they had.
You should limit that to people you know though.
No, I was just walking over to people's plates and just like barehanding it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. There was this lady there who was talking so loud. It was ridiculous. I was like, am I in a hidden camera show? So he's like, so anyway, I got this coat at Land's End. And then it was, I bought it in August. And she's telling the life. And everyone in the place is like, can you shut the hell up? Like people.
Right.
And I was looking at her like, does she have hearing aids in? Maybe she's hard of hearing or something.
Yeah.
I think she was just ignorant.
Yeah. I would say she's hard of giving a crap.
Yeah. Oh my God. She walked out and people were like, huh. Like you could just hear like a sigh of relief when she left. Anyway.
Hey, at least that was the top conversation and not other things.
Yeah, well, no, it got there a little bit too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so and Hope loved that. She's stabbing her carrots like violently. I'm like, it's okay, like they're almost done. Let's just make it through dinner. But for an appetizer, they had Korean fried chicken wings.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I had not had those before, and they were terrific. So I think Cozy's already on the I'm Fat map.
Okay.
But make sure you do that. And then have you been to Schubas for a show?
I've not.
Oh, Schubas is so cool. It's a tiny ass little room.
Nice.
And so the doors were at 6:30. We got there at like 6:50 and we're like, oh boy, I hope it's not gonna be too full. We walked in and no one was there yet. So Hope and I walked right up to the stage. You know, no one's there.
Yeah.
And I stood literally like I could have played her guitar. I was so close to her.
Wow.
So if she had COVID, I was just being showered in
Right.
COVID aerosols, you know. But like, whatever. I just had it 2 weeks ago, so I think I'm covered. But man, like we went to see Casey Musgraves, which is where we got COVID, but that's at the United Center. That's not like truly like a rock
that's
show
different.
Experience.
Right. And you get more people like Shane there because, you know, so, you know, you're taking more of a risk.
Oh, well, I got to ask you like a thing about this in a second, but
Okay.
But a real solid rock show. And I want to recommend the opening band. They're called the Harmonies, HARMALEIGHS. They're awesome. Check out the Harmonies. You'll really like them. But I'm at the concert and I turn around and I see the unmistakable visage of one Vinny Duber.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, do I go talk to him? Like he's there with his date. Or I don't know if he's married. I don't know Vinny personally. We just know from like, you know, exchanging things that, you know, hey, can you come on the show? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of stuff. So I decided like, I'm just going to let him enjoy his night. Neither of us want to have the awkward, like small talk conversation.
Right.
So if in the odd chance Vinny Duber's listening to this and he knew it was me, he may not have even known it was me. I do not have like the, like when you see Vinny Duber, you know it's Vinny Duber. He's like,
right.
John, he's super tall. He's like, I think 6'3" or 6'4". Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he's standing above the crowd with the porn stash. You know, like that is undeniably Vinny Duber. I'm more like your run-of-the-mill white.
Yeah, if Twitter's taught us anything, it's there's a lot of people that look like you.
Yes, that's very true. There's only one Vinny Duber. So I just left him alone. But in the odd chance he's listening to this and you knew it was me, I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just trying to give you your space at a private event. Because what am I going to say? Hey, Vinny, it's Jay. Like, oh, hey, man. Cool. All right, great.
How about that lack of baseball?
Yeah, right. Like, you know, I hate small talk. And I know other people hate small talk. So anyway, it was an awesome night. Made even better by Cozy. But and then the show was over at like 10. So I wasn't like falling asleep.
I love that sign of age. One of the best parts is that it was over by 10.
Well, so Lily Hyde is one of my absolute favorites. And I was, once again, so close that I could see the set list. Mm-hmm. And I was like trying not to like cheat too much.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can make 4 more songs. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like my legs will hold out for that. And then, so to end the show, I think you know what John Prine's music means to me. Mm-hmm. She sang Angel from Montgomery, but off mic. She just like sang it with the crowd.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude,
that's really cool.
Lost it. Like my mask was like just soaked. I'm like, like wringing it out. I'm like, I wasn't ready for that. And then after the show, she was like, it's so crazy. These musicians who have to set up their equipment, play the show, break down the show, sell their own merch. Like she's got her phone with a square thing.
Oh, okay.
Selling her records and t-shirts. Like,
wow.
It's such a grind.
Yeah.
And then she kept, this is what reminded me of this, like me getting my headphones stuck. She kept like kicking her her cable out of her tuner. Mm-hmm. So she had to keep plugging it back in. And then her guitar player, I've never seen this before. His guitar cable snapped. Like, you know, the ones that plug into the 3/4 inch, whatever.
Yeah.
Plug into the guitar. It like broke at the base on the cord, and he was playing. He's like, and he looks at his guitar and just pulls the thing out. Like, what the? He's just holding it like this. I'd never seen that before in my life. But anyway, it was just awesome to be at a show again.
Yeah.
But the world, Rick, I'm telling you, the world has moved on from COVID.
Oh, I know.
There are like 4 masks in there.
Yeah.
They're mostly decorative.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's somewhat jarring getting like back used to that and how at least for the most part it seems like it's okay-ish. Yeah. So
the positivity rate's really low, like 1.7 or something. So
yeah,
if this was a month ago, we probably wouldn't have gone.
Okay.
You know, but
yeah,
I had it and the rates are low, so we're like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm glad you had fun. Like that's one thing I've been waiting for months now. When I saw the tour dates announced for Trombone Shorty, I was like, okay, it's like June 26th, something like that. And it's like going to be at Ravinia.
oh, you're fine.
And I know, but I'm still like, I just I want them to go on sale, damn it.
Oh,
And they haven't even gone on sale. Like at like so many of the other venues and, wherever he's going on tour, tickets are on sale and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just want to get the tickets so I don't have to keep checking and that kind of thing. And,
get them from work because
Okay.
we have a partnership with Ravinia.
Oh, okay.
So do that. And I think they officially announced their calendar on the 24th of March.
Okay.
So I'd imagine that's when it goes on sale.
Well, then,
And I'll get
that's good to know.
my Willie Nelson tickets because if he's playing, I'm going because you never know,
Right.
So that'll be fun. Yeah, I truly feel now like totally safe outdoors.
Yeah. Outdoors, 100%.
And even if there was a little concern, you're hitting it before the 4th of July, which is probably our next like really tangible surge.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think? Like if there's going to be like,
Probably.
there's a peak, like a lot of people are together on the 4th.
Yeah.
Because that was last
makes
year,
sense.
like, COVID's over.
Yeah.
And the 4th of July came, it's like, oh, wait. You all made out.
I'm back. COVID's like, I'm back on my bullshit.
We did not count on COVID orgies.
Yeah, there's that whole thing. Oh, by the way, Tangible Surge is opening, I think, for Trombone Shorty.
That would fit.
Yeah,
that would
it
fit.
actually would.
Yeah, that would be a good fit. All right.
Okay.
We got to. We're going. We're just rambling on this week.
Yeah, we really
got to
are.
get our 2 weeks in. Frato's Culinary Kitchen in Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road. People are sending us pics like every week of stuff they're trying to Frato's, and it's calling me. It's like a siren song to get back to Frato's, and I wish I didn't live so damn far from all of our sponsors. It's really frustrating.
I know I have no excuse for not going there more because there are so many times where I'm like, what do I want? What do I want? And then I'll get something and I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then I'm like, I could have gone to Frato's.
Yeah, you got to put like a Post-it
Idiot.
note in your car or something.
I've got plenty of Post-it notes. I mean, like, look at, like, I've got just like,
You're like Murph. Hey.
don't ever say that.
Do you have one that says yell at the producer?
I don't. Let's see. One of them is the name of an audiobook I was told to listen to that I can't say on the podcast.
Okay.
The list of the Let Us Entertain You restaurants because we got the gift cards and I was like, I have no idea what qualifies for this. And then
Yeah.
well, guess I know what I'm doing at some
choice is
point.
made.
The choice is made, and then this one is guests, like baseball and basketball guests possibilities. Then these are like NBA betting things.
I like that you have little doodles drawn.
Oh yeah, I have to. That's something I got from my mom. My mom just doodles, so I do the same thing. Yes,
I always draw Halloween pumpkins. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see my Halloween pumpkins. No matter what time of year it is, I draw Halloween pumpkins. I also draw a home plate a lot.
Okay,
That's a big one for me.
yeah, that's a good one.
But this is for the Madhouse podcast. Our sponsor Kent Simpson. This is the initial print. It's got Steve Kornacki's Blackhawks playoff odds from 2017 or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I doodle on everything. So
That's funny.
yeah. Anyway, go to
Yes.
Frato's, try their awesome food, the I'm Fat pizza, the I'm Fat burger, the I'm Fat grilled cheese, and those gargantuan mozzarella sticks. But really, everything on the menu is fantastic. I've not heard a single complaint from anyone saying, I wish this had been better. No, everything's there. And the key, it's good, Royal Crown Cola.
Oh yeah.
So FratosPizza.com. Check out their Temptation Bakery, FratosBakery.com. Their bakery items are to die for. You can't go wrong. FratosBakery.com, FratosPizza.com. Do it up.
Krispy Kreme. Did you see what they're doing now?
I did because you sent it to me, and it was
Yes.
another reason I almost left.
So, Krispy Kreme is collabing for the first time in a minute. This time with one of the couple best candy bars out there,
Yes.
Twix. So there's 3 different varieties of said Krispy Kreme Twix collab. And I'm going to make sure I get these right.
All right.
There's one that looks like it's essentially a Long John, where there's a full Twix bar inside of it.
Yes.
Then, like, the equivalent of, like, the, like, mushroom puree in a beef Wellington is chocolate cream.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, the donut is caressing all of that.
Yes.
And then on top, You've got the chocolate, you've got the dulce de leche, and you have the old like Twix pieces.
Yes.
Good Lord. Like, I'm pretty sure if I don't have diabetes already, I got it by reading that.
What the hell? I'm turning into Wilford Brimley.
All of a sudden, my mustache it's like, how do I go from having like, I've got a brown beard, but then like a white mustache. What the hell's going on?
The white
here?
walrus mustache is forming slowly as you speak.
So then there's the caramel cookie crunch, which is a more traditional donut, but with salted caramel filling topped with Twix pieces and the dulce de leche, and it's chocolate donut. Also a great option.
That'll do.
Final option is the mini caramel cookie donut, which just has the chocolate donut glaze with Twix pieces on top of it.
That's basically like the salad version.
Right.
Yes, I will try all of these.
These are things that we can eat.
Yes. If they're anything like the Oreo collaboration they did a couple months ago, this is going to be killer. Now I'm wondering, like, is the Twix inside... Is it soft? Like, does the...
It has to be because the donut's warm.
Like, the heat of the donut would soften it, right? Oh, man.
The heat of the donut.
You're an idiot.
Yes.
But I like it. God, Krispy Kreme, I really appreciate that they're just leaning into it. Mm-hmm. They're not like, we also serve muffins and salads. Like, nope.
Yeah.
If the
donuts with more things.
We're going to jam a candy bar in this donut, and you're going to like it and eat it, Tubby. And they're right.
And they're correct.
We are absolutely doing that. Yep. So sort of on this path here.
Okay.
There's this new trend, and you've not tried them yet. I have tried a couple.
Okay.
The new TikTok trend is freeze-dried candy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So very strange. I'm going to bring you an assortment this week, and we're going to do it for TikTok. So make sure you're following the I'm Fat podcast.
I'm Fat Podcast.
Make sure you're following us on TikTok. I'm Fat Pod. We're going to try these things this week. So we got Milk Duds.
Yes.
Skittles.
Yes.
Junior Mints.
Okay.
Nerd Clusters.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
I think that's everything we have. I'm going to bring you a couple of each.
Okay.
And we're going to test them on the podcast. I didn't know what to expect. And I saw some of the videos, and I'm not going to give any of it away. I was blown away by all of them.
Really?
To the point where I want to buy a freeze dryer. Hope's like, those are thousands of dollars. I'm like, and I'll dump some Skittles in there, and we'll sell them on Etsy. Like, so what? We'll make it back in a week. As long as the trend lives forever. That's going to happen. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, the trends never go away. Not at all. So, yeah, we'll have those on our TikTok this week. So stay tuned for that. But freeze-dried candies, if you've been seeing the trend and you're on the fence, do it.
Okay.
I will say that
apparently my algorithm is messed up because I have yet to see this.
I had not seen them either until Hope showed them to me. Because all my algorithm is breasticles. And it's fine.
Yeah.
But
it's not bad.
No. Hope showed me the freeze-dried candies, and I was appreciative of that. Do not mess up my timeline. It's perfect as it is.
Right.
It needs no changes. Actually, no, that's just the I'm Fat podcast feed. My personal feed is food, ghosts, video games, hockey, and wrestling. That's my personal feed. And some TikTok. But if you log into the I'm Fat podcast account and then go to the For You page, it's like boobs, boobs, butts, butts, boobs, boobs, pizza, boobs, boobs, butts, butts, pizza. That's just is what it is. And there's no Kate Mosses on our feed.
So essentially the I'm Fat podcast TikTok account is your incognito window for TikTok.
Perhaps.
Good call.
Somewhat similar, yes, I would say.
Yeah, yes.
I would say there is a correlation between those two things, yes.
Okay. So, no good transitioning, or all good transitioning off of that, depending on how you look at it.
No, there's
this
not.
was put into the onto the fan page by our guy Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who said that? I always forget who that is.
Wasn't it Hank Williams Jr.?
Oh yes, it was.
Because that was
Obama!
the same. The Sugar Milk Cafe in Naperville.
Yeah.
Friends. This.
I'm just gonna put a bunch of shit in some other shit and call it.
Oh my god! Right, like, and Krispy Kreme was like, "That's a great idea."
Oh man.
So this place essentially, you can also figure it out by the name. It's a lot of really sugary things that look absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
And also they have some real food.
Oh well, that's fine.
Like I'm looking at the food menu and it's like, okay, they have crepe, they have some appetizers, and then they have varieties of crepes, waffles, paninis, omelets, chilaquiles, savory crepes, tortas, skillets. So it's like breakfast-y.
Okay.
And then delicious dessert type things. And then you go to the second page, which is the drinks. And mind you, like, there's a ton of varieties for all of these things, like especially your crepes and waffles. And then you go to the second page of drinks.
And drinks is a very relative term here because it's almost like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like, it's a drink because it's served in a cup.
Yeah, seriously. And there's a liquid involved.
Maybe.
Like, I mean, there's like actual coffee things for coffee people. And then for me, there's like special shakes where it's like, okay, Kit Kat, Oreo, strawberry. I'm also trying to read this on really small print, so let's see how this goes.
Diabetes
Crunch.
setting in.
Yeah, probably.
Diabetes.
The malt shakes.
Yeah.
With like, oh, dude, like this place is going to be a problem in the best way possible.
So the picture Charlie posted is the Cookie Monster shake. And so what I'm going to try to describe this as best I can. It's a chocolate milkshake.
Yes.
And then on top of it looks like a layer of whipped cream. Then the rim of the glass is lined with what looks to be like chocolate crystals or like shavings of a candy bar or something like that. Then there's a full-sized like bakery cookie.
Yes.
Like bigger than a hockey puck. Then there's chocolate chip. Then there's a vanilla wafer in there, not the cookie, but like the wafer thins, like the little rectangular things,
which are so underrated, by the way.
Yeah, those are definitely good. And then there's a tiny cookie. And then there's 2 donuts.
Yes.
The Hostess donuts. There's a powdered sugar one and a chocolate glaze one.
Yeah, the chocolate glaze one that is as close as you'll get in the food world to when Homer uses the candle to line his mouth to eat the pepper.
Yes.
From the chili episode.
Yes. And then there's some sort of stirring device that appears to be like a Pocky. You ever have a Pocky, like the little candy dipped cookie sticks? But that's it. I mean, other than that, there's not much to it.
Right. And it's 24 ounces too.
Yeah, it looks insane. I don't know how you could eat a meal then order that. That doesn't seem doable to me.
No, you go there. That's your order, then you're going there for dessert.
Like this is like if you're counting like carbs and calories, this is probably a meal in itself.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looks so good though.
It's
almost comical.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, how much crap can we throw together?
Right.
And then oh, by the way, in the background, you have the Oreo waffle.
Yeah, well, you know.
Which also just looks insane.
It's waffles, so it's healthy.
Right.
Oh my god. I just can't believe this place is real.
Right. Like, I've gone to Naperville so many times in my life, and I have no idea that this existed.
Well, it is. Just as we're speaking, I have added it to the I'm Fat map. 1250 West
Sight
Ogden.
unseen, basically.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the picture's enough.
I'm with it.
1250 West Ogden in Naperville. Sugar Milk Cafe. If you want the I'm Fat map, it's in the link in our bio. If you want to type it in manually like a weirdo, lanktr.ee/I'm Fat Pod. That's the link tree bio. So just go to our social media pages and you'll find it much more simply than that. All right.
Cool.
My heart is clogged. My brain is empty. Is it time to ask the Fats?
Jay, this place is half an hour from me. It's only 29 minutes.
I think you owe it to yourself and to the country to go.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Let's ask the Fats and stuff.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat, as always, is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with his weekly Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper, rosemary pepper garlic, raspberry chipotle, and by the end of the week we'll have the jalapeno garlic and the stout bacon available. Don't forget about bacon jams, which are the original, the bourbon, and the apple butter bacon jam. Merchandise is t-shirts, stickers, hockey jerseys, and winter hats. Get those while you can. They're in low supply right now. Don't forget you can pre-order large quantities of a flavor that we're not making now. Just got to give me the time and we'll get it done, just like my chorizo bacon friends that got their 10 pounds this week. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
If you want to order some of those amazing items, make sure you hit up Charlie thebaconguy at gmail.com, at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. Instagram's the way to go, because you're going to see pictures of all this stuff and you're going to order it immediately. You're going to see the preparation, you're going to see the completion, the whole thing, and you're going to want to order a crap ton of bacon, and you should. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com, CZ the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter, Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram. Order up, get yourself plenty of delicious bacon. If you want it shipped, the shipping fee is a flat rate of $15, so order extra. Maybe double, maybe triple that order, maybe get a group order going. But if you're in the Western Burbs or you're reasonably close to the Woodridge, Naperville area, you could probably set up a drop-off or a meet-in-the-middle situation with Charlie. He's happy to accommodate your bacon needs, so get in touch with him and fill your life with delicious bacon. All right, we've only got one voicemail this week.
Okay.
If you want to get in on the voicemail line, please do 708-858-3314, 708-858-3314. By the way, I'm a little behind on shipping out those prize packs. I will get to it this week. I promise. I'm very, very sorry. But leave us a message, 708-858-3314. Here is the lone voicemail of the show.
Hey guys, this is Lard Lad again. I've got a fat hack for everybody. If you've never thought of this or heard of it before, the seatbelt extender buckle for your car. I know for a lot of us fats, when we get into our car and we sit down, our fat kind of like pushes over the seatbelt buckle.
Facts.
And then you gotta kind of work your way around it to get the belt in there. The extender pulls it out another 6 to 8 inches so that it's right there at the top of your fat. Makes it really easy to get comfortable in your vehicle. So yeah, if you haven't gotten one or haven't thought about it, look it up on Amazon or anywhere on the internet, and you can get yourself a much more comfortable experience getting in and out of your car.
Boy, that is a fat hack for all time.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
I'm closer than I'd like to admit.
Yeah. I always feel sorry for the person on the airplane that has to ask for that.
Yeah.
And then the stewards always make a big deal out of it. Oh yeah, bring the extender to 13A. And the guy's just oh.
A, as in ain't gonna be here much longer. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's me and Spiegel used to talk about that when we get on the plane and we see the dread in people's faces as we come down the aisle.
Yeah.
And then the relief when we pass them.
Yep.
Oh man, that is the worst feeling. You're oh God, here comes a fat guy. Please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much the case.
Yeah.
I have not needed that, but I think Wendy's and Sugar Milk Cafe are
going
trying
to do
to
their damnedest.
Yeah, they're trying to steer me towards the seatbelt extender. Speaking of that, I forgot to mention this. Lily Hyatt's guitar player, his name is Josh Halper, and he's not fat. He's a little, I would call him pudgy at best.
Okay,
but
is he part of an Office adjacent show?
No, Halper, not Halpert.
Oh, okay. And it wasn't Jim, it was
Josh.
Yeah. Josh Halper is a perfect Jim Halpert adjacent name.
He's just as good. No, he's not. Actually, he's better because I hate Jim Halpert. Hate that character. Douchebag. Anyway, he had on a belt buckle, as most country style guitar players will wear. They got some kind of like Texas or whatever. His was the Pillsbury logo. I was like, yes. If I could wear a belt buckle without stabbing myself repeatedly, I would wear the Pillsbury one.
Facts.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been dealing with that. So when I've been sitting down and I have like jeans on with a belt, I've definitely been doing the shirt tuck to try and give it a little extra layer of buffer there. So it's not just like pinching the fat.
You got to put a little thumb's worth of
Yep.
Little thumbs worth of t-shirt under there. Did you ever get the here's a fat guy thing that maybe normies don't know about. If the metal on your belt is like touching your stomach, does it get itchy?
Either itchy or it'll like it's not this might be gross, so apologies. But like it may not be like a true zit, but like it's almost got like it's some
like
sort
rash.
of thing. Yeah, like there's something there.
Herpes.
Yeah, little Terry.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. I got herpes from my belt.
I bike. I don't know how much I should bike cracky on the show because that's an old thing. But Dan gave a really solid refer. So I bike crackied it and he just looked at me like, God damn it.
That's the best.
Yes.
Infer, refer, anything like that. That's when Terry almost made me drive off the road when someone said infer and he bike crackied it.
It's so good.
I think I cried.
I thought of one thing that we really neglected to mention.
Uh-oh.
You know who got exonerated this week?
No.
Hank the Tank.
Well, isn't he three people? Isn't he three bears now or something?
Yes.
Well, now I don't like him as much, right? I don't know the story. I've not been keeping up on Hank the Tank news. I feel like I've neglected
Basically, they were like, listen, we're probably just going to have to shoot this dude. And now it's like, nope, we're not going to shoot the guy because essentially he's done some of what he's done. But you know what? You know what he would probably be if he had done all of this? A little bit too much of a go-getter.
Yeah, a little too aggressive.
Yeah, a little too aggressive. So the fact that he's maybe done just like his part of this and not done too much, but still been able to be lazy enough to be 500 pounds. Good on you, Hank the Tank.
Yeah,
and they're
good
going
job,
to leave him alone.
He's probably impervious to bullets too, like the
like
the bear on Great Outdoors.
Yes. Could you imagine like Hank the Tank getting on the plane? He 100% needs the extender belt.
Yeah, well, everyone would be dead, but sure.
Yeah.
By the way, bears are my favorite animal. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Big fan of bears. They're just cool. I want one. Have you seen a TikTok of the guys who were like up in the tree stand hunting and two like baby cub bears just like ran up the tree past them, not even knowing they were there?
No.
It was so cool. It's just two guys like in a tree stand.
Yeah.
And you can see them both in the camera shot and you see bears like on the ground.
Yeah.
Run up the tree and then they like stop right by the guys and then they're like, oh, nothing up here. All right, let's go. And they leave.
That's awesome.
It was incredible. I'll see if I can find it and I'll share it. It was so good. All right.
Manatees too. Manatees are my favorite.
Oh yeah, manatees are. No, those are like the Andy Reid of the sea.
Yes. That's a great way to put it.
They just kind of like float through life.
Right.
Yeah.
Great offensive game plans too.
Oh, really good. Not so good on their coaching hires though.
Facts.
All right.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our beloved friends Sonia and Milan at I Love Fries in Villa Park. I Love Fries HQ on Instagram. That will do much more justice to I Love Fries than we'll ever do. We're just going to tell you it's one of our favorite places. We absolutely love it. You should go. You should try everything they offer. Because, oh my God, you want to talk about getting value on your purchase? You are going to eat more food than you've eaten in a long, long time at I Love Fries. The portions are enormous. I have never been able to finish an entree. Me. Never.
I mean, I have.
Well, Rick has. But Rick
But
is.
I'm also
Rick's Hank the Tank.
fatter. Yeah, I'm pretty much Hank the Tank.
Yeah.
Also, they have... We talked about hot honey before. They have hot honey fries.
Yes, they do.
I think I even mentioned once that's like next on my hit list to try. Still got to do that.
All right. You got some homework to do this week then.
twist my arm.
While I'm in Florida, you got to do some recon. You've actually got 2 weeks to do it now since we're off next Monday.
Yes.
And I'll try some Florida stuff like
bath salts,
making out with a cousin, or no, that's not true. I'm not going to do that. That's not the right
Wrong
time
state.
or place. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But anyway, I'm sure I Love Fries was happy about that. Go visit them, 54 South Villa Avenue.
We are all over the place.
We are all over the place. Absolutely. 54 South Villa Avenue in Villa Park. I Love Fries HQ on Instagram. My favorite is the poutine fries. They're perfect. You don't even really need to mess with anything. If that's all they served, I would still make my way out there several times a week. So yeah, go visit them. I Love Fries. They're the best. Email today comes from Brian in Glendale Heights reporting on the Wendy's Frosty Sundae. He says he ordered all 3 of them from one of the locations offering them in Columbus. He says they came in a size, cup, or bowl, same as like the small chili. So if you order a small chili from Wendy's, that's what it is. Each sundae was $2.50. That's a good price.
Yeah.
Considering the size. And if you're on YouTube or you're looking at our Twitter page, you'll see the pictures of all the sundaes that Brian tried. He's going to start with the classic strawberry sundae. Came with vanilla frosty, though they can be ordered with vanilla or chocolate. It was topped with strawberry sauce, sprinkles, whipped cream. He said he could have used a little more strawberry sauce, but all in all, a nice little palate cleansing dessert. Next up was the chocolate lovers sundae. Based on the name, this came with chocolate frosty. It was topped with Ghirardelli chocolate sauce, crushed Oreo pieces, and whipped cream. Each scoop seemed to come with every ingredient. This was a well-done sundae, my second favorite here. Last was the marshmallow charm sundae. The best of the 3, in my opinion, due to its uniqueness. This came with vanilla frosty, topped with Ghirardelli sea salt caramel, Lucky Charms marshmallows, whipped cream, and from what I could tell, some residual sugar cereal dust from the marshmallows. This may be a little too sweet for some. Again, for me, the best of the 3. Hopefully these come nationwide, along with them the price. I know this is blasphemy to the podcast, but I don't get Frosties, and I prefer my ice cream with stuff in it. I think these new sundaes will be welcome additions to our fast food lives. Lastly, being a responsible fat, I did not just taste test these. Each was eaten in their entirety there after ordering. Good job, Brian.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the entire piece for the team. What? That's really, really great. That's what you're supposed to do when you're a true fat, and we greatly appreciate it. So those sound good. I know I'm into the marshmallow thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be the one I would probably try first. The chocolate lover one, I'm thinking maybe because it's frosty and not chocolate ice cream, I might be more in on that. Because I'm not the biggest chocolate ice cream guy.
Right. I heard all that, and I'm like, put vanilla frosty with it.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% there.
Right. But I think, though, because it's frosty, it might be better.
Okay.
But I'll just have to try both.
Right.
It is what it is. And it sounds like these will come nationwide. I would imagine.
I would think so. There's been too much smoke about them for there not to be that type of fire.
They're definitely hyping them a lot. So, all right, hopefully we get to see those at some point soon. But, hey, lots of new stuff to try this week. We've got the Sugar Milk Cafe in Naperville, the spicy honey chicken sandwich at Wendy's. So much good new stuff to try. So make sure you're doing it. Again, we are off next week. So we'll be back the following Monday, later in the day, because I'll be getting home from Florida then. And I should have all sorts of tales from the South, which should be a lot of
Jay
fun.
will be turned into full Florida man at this point.
And make sure you follow our TikTok so you can see us taste some of those awesome, the freeze-dried candies.
Yes.
And some coming up soon, we're going to have a St. Patrick's Day special TikTok. Our buddy Matt out in Ireland sent us some Irish treats to try. So we'll be doing that on the TikTok as well. So make sure you subscribe to that.
Follow us on all of our social medias at I'mFatPod. I'mFatPod@gmail.com for when you want to send us an email. Patreon, throw us a buck here or there.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
TeePublic, I feel like there hasn't been a sale for like 6 hours, which means we're due for another one. So keep an eye on that. Subscribe to the YouTube page. That helps us out a bunch. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe again to the podcast so we can juke the numbers because, hey, why not? And then if you have not left the old 5-star review and a rating, or a 5-star rating and a review, there we go.
Sure.
See, now we just got knocked down to 4 stars. Please do that. That helps us out a bunch. So for Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
All right, I think we got a lot accomplished here today.